Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is my last live of National Life Coaching Month, but it is not over. Um, yes, it's day 26 already into 2024. And today, this is a very powerful topic, can be controversial, and we hear it a lot out there, especially with empaths, with holistic healers. Whatever your gift is, we would love to coach around the big question of, are you resisting or receiving income for your gifts? Now, I put spiritual gifts on here because that's usually what people are referring to when they say they feel bad accepting money for it. And I just want to ask you to lean into this with grace, self-compassion, and an open mind. That's what coaching is for, right? So, as part of our group coaching session today, as always, I tee up some powerful questions that you can use on yourself. I will use on myself, and you can use moving forward with clients who may come before you. So, yay, let's dig into it. And I do have some fellow life coaches who are willing to come on camera today to share, to be seen and be heard, which can be a challenge too at times, right? And to really just dig into maybe some energy blockages that you have, maybe some past thoughts about money, maybe even the word sales can feel icky. So maybe it's just reframing a lot of mindset. Okay. So, and here's the big question that I really like to tee up, because we don't really look at selling with soul as a thing. But are you selling with soul? Does it feel more like a hustle versus solid alignment income? Okay, so we're going to lean into that. Wondering if you have any blockages or challenges with asking for business, asking for income versus, just giving it all away. And are you ready to create new pathways for receiving money as a divine energy exchange? So here's my favorite play on words, if you will. And let me know your thoughts. Please use the comments to participate and play. And let's ask this question: what is your relationship with money? And maybe you don't like the word money. Here's what I like to do. I like to use the term currency, because technically in the global scheme of things, money is referred to as currency, and there's all kinds of different currency. So what is currency? Technically, currency is energy. This is fun, right? If money is currency, money is energy. And if you are giving energy from self, if you are exchanging energy with someone else, whether it's a service or product, are you receiving energy in return for your energy output? So there has to be this beautiful relationship of give and receive. Yes, that's powerful, right, Casey? Right? Fire, yeah. And it gives me goosebumps to say it out loud. Am I receiving as much as I'm giving? Am I balanced? Okay, in this way. So we can kind of look at receiving as a less selfish act, maybe, which the word sales or selling can feel more like a hustle versus being in alignment. So when we look at it from this lens, right, this perspective, you can ask yourself how it feels, how these questions feel, and how you can reframe your money mindset. And I see you, Michelle. I see you, Ryan. Thank you all for joining me. And I will bring you on stage one at a time to lean into these questions with me. as everyone else does too. And again, those who are participating, viewing, rewatching, use the comments to make some shifts today, starting today. So, what's your relationship with money? And more importantly, I'm going to go here. What comes up around receiving income for your time, energy, or services? And I'm going to put this in the comments. So there's your question. Hi, Christiana. I see you. Congratulations, by the way. Beautiful soul. Play with me here. Yes. Hi, Kathleen. Thank you. Okay. Here's the big question. We're teeing it up. What comes up around receiving income for your time, energy, and services? So I'm going to first bring Ryan to the stage, who is a Sweetheart advisor, but also took life coaching. So we practice what we preach here, right, Ryan?
Yes, we do.
How are you, Ryan?
Hi,
Awesome. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Okay. Thank you. And I want to ask you this coaching question. So, as a fellow coach, you know exactly what I'm doing. I am bringing you to your truths. I'm holding space to witness your feelings and your thoughts and your relationship with income, and ask what support you need moving forward. Space of non judgment. There's your
Thank
question.
you.
Yes.
I think I'm in a space of resistance, and
Mm,
mostly due to the fear of stepping out of one career into the next most in alignment career, right?
mm,
I've done hair for 23 years, and I've I've already established a level of comfort with talking to clients, talking to people, and when in contact with clients, they already feel comfortable sharing, and
mm,
so there's already a coaching piece. How do I then bring that um, certification, my education and knowledge, and how I want to show up in my practice and integrate that with my salon services? Do I
mm.
have to completely let go of that, or can I elevate the salon experience to now encompass these healing sessions and raise my price? And then what is that like?
Mm-hmm. So you just asked yourself a question. You said, "Can I?" You literally coached yourself, which is what coaches will do. You
Yeah.
will coach yourself. So that is the question, Ryan. Can you do that? Are you willing and ready?
I am willing. There is definitely a significant amount of fear around that,
Okay.
unknown. Am I going to be successful? Am I going to fail? What will it be like? And how will things be different? So I
Okay.
ask myself
Hold on.
those
I'm going to
questions.
pause you right there. I love this because here's the topic that I did have teed up for today: fear of success and fear of failure. And I went this route with money because it usually leads back to fear, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
There's
so I'm going
fear
to ask you
around.
one more question. What's the worst that can happen?
Yes. And I have this year reframed that question to what's the
Okay.
best that can happen.
Woo!
So actively working on shifting that mindset and stepping into this place of discomfort, knowing that, all of you coaches out there, chaos is a part of that cycle. I can't clean my purse out effectively unless I dump it all out to see what belongs and what doesn't. So I feel like I'm in this like my purse is dumped out and I'm like, oh, okay, there's a lot here. And I'm a
Mm,
little bit overwhelmed.
yes. Okay. Are you making actionable steps to work through that fear? And if so, what are they? If not, what could the first step look like?
I have been taking some baby steps because I don't want to, jump too far and not be successful or solid in the steps. So, um, the first part has been for me, um, I want to integrate the opportunity to have podcasts into my practice, and reach out to clients that way. And honestly, I've actually been bringing my clients into these conversation pieces just to, I guess, feel it out and
Mm,
see, what will be received and what may not be. So doing a little bit of recon, and
mhm,
it's been positive and encouraging. So the fear is starting to subside a little bit around raising my prices to
mm,
incorporate the coaching. And so now I've been moving forward with the topic or the title of the podcast, different topics. How do I bring this into like coaching sessions while we're doing
mhm.
hair and being seen in that way, you know?
Yes. Yes. And here it is. John is giving you the tip of the day, which I'm going to reframe this into a coaching question is, do you feel credible, ready, and educated enough to share your knowledge to help them live a more fulfilled life? And can you ask for the session? You
Yes.
feel ready to do that?
I do more so than I did before in the past.
Okay.
There's always learning to be done. Um, and I
Remember,
can't
my first
unlearn what I
topic
know.
of National
Yeah.
Life Coaching Month was
Yeah.
imposter syndrome. Okay. I'm going to say that. I know, me too. And it's natural for us to doubt our abilities if we haven't been practicing and practicing. So when we're stepping into our power and it feels super unfamiliar, you're going to have to lean into self trust, faith, and knowing that you have all the tools readily available. So, my supportive piece to you, and I'm going to follow up with you next week as a coach and a friend and a coworker, is to see how you are creating those confidence muscles within self to trust and book a session with a client, anyone, show up and surprise yourself. That's what I call it. I call the showing up piece surprising myself. Like, wow, that was such a powerful session. And I'm so proud of myself. Right.
Yes.
So you just have to give yourself permission to do that. And what better timing for this topic to show up, Ryan? I know a lot of other people are too. So, look, Kathleen said another good one is fear of being judged or rejected. Yes, I see you. I hear you. So thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that.
Thank
I
you.
am going to follow up with you. I will let you get back to it. We
Awesome.
also have Michelle and Rachel on with us today. Rochelle, excuse me. And I'm going to ask Rochelle. I don't see her on camera, but I want to know if you can unmute.
Can you
Hi,
hear me?
Rochelle. Yes, how are you?
Hi. Good. How are you?
Good. So thank you for joining me today. I wanted to ask you um, where you're at in this process, this big question in receiving income for your services.
Yeah. I got over the hurdle of charging my first client,
Mhm.
and it's minimal. So I feel confident in raising my prices for future clients, but I haven't found any yet. So,
Okay, I love that you use the word yet. That's a powerful word because that means you're in process and you're trying, right?
yeah, that's it.
Which
Yeah,
is the key to success.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Um,
Did you want to add to that?
no, go ahead.
Okay. No, I'm curious. Are you in a program currently with us?
Yep, I'm graduating at the end of February. So that's
Yay,
exciting.
congratulations. That's so
Thank you.
exciting.
I'm
Yes.
super excited.
What was the hurdle that you had to work through in asking for the energy exchange of money?
Yeah, so My first client was a coworker. She found out that I was doing some coaching, and she's like, I want to do it. And I was like, okay. And I'm just learning, so I'm not going to charge you. And she's like, that's awesome. And then a few months later, she's like, I really want to pay for this. This is great. And I'm like, okay, what do you want to pay?
Okay.
So
That's
I was not in a space to play. Yeah, I was not in a space where I felt confident to charge her. So we actually kind of researched together and came up with a number, and I cut it in half and charged her that.
Okay.
So I felt okay with charging her about half of what the average person got in a coaching session.
Okay.
But now that I'm nearly graduated, I feel like I could charge the average price without any problems.
Yay, I love to hear that, even before you graduate. So, as a common practice, even as a student, it's okay to ask for love donations or gratitude donations when you are practicing and learning as a student. Don't devalue what you're bringing. I know you're not, but I love that you are comfortable receiving. How was the payment exchanged?
Cash app.
Cool. Awesome.
So,
yeah. And us coaches have to have many apps, right? Because people use different platforms to receive that income. So that's also part of getting comfortable in asking for the money. And you also have to determine, do you want to have them pay a portion before the session to ensure that they do show up, or do you collect after? That's another piece that you'll work through eventually. So what other services do you have with your coaching, if I may ask? If anything.
So I just have the one-on-one right now that I'm actually doing. I am offering group coaching, and I would like to do some meditation, like group meditation in local areas. So I've been calling some places and leaving messages because nobody answers their phone to try to get some group meditation going.
Beautiful. So networking is the key in this arena. Even teaming up and partnering with people who offer other services that you don't, maybe bringing some sound meditation, gongs, yoga nidra, anything to support what you do. You can also utilize other healing arts practitioners in that arena.
Oh, that's a good idea.
To open some doors. Open some more doors.
Right. I did call the chiropractic clinic in town. I knew they had some space.
Yeah.
And then the Children's Healing Center actually does a parents' night out, or at least they used to. I was trying to see if they still did it. So I thought that would be a good place to get my name out.
Yeah. Perfect. And I would just say, are you willing to look at one new location each week, or make one new connection to possibly build that community and a place where you can offer more, which is when you give someone a taste of your medicine, right? Then you can have those deeper conversations. They can see the value. They see your credibility. They know your worth, and they have to know that you're available and taking a new client, right? And they won't know it unless we say it and ask for that.
That is true.
Yes. So, awesome job in your program, already doing the work. I celebrate that so much.
Thank you. I also wanted to add in that sometimes you have to tell people a lot like I've told people that I'm in school for holistic health and wellness coaching a few times, and they still don't remember. So don't be afraid to over communicate.
Exactly. And I'm gonna put this question in the comments because this is one of the coaching questions. It's how often do you think you should follow up with people who are interested in your services? So just because we hold space for someone once doesn't mean we can't follow up or ask, do they want to talk or meet up, twice a month or every other week, or maybe they're going through a big change and you can be there for that support, asking and reminding them. So yeah, that's big, Rochelle. Thank you to say that. You're right. Checking in definitely helps. Awesome. Well, thank you. So are you willing to take that as your to-do from this tiny little coaching segment today, is make one new
I think that's
connection?
a good plan.
Yeah, cool. Well, keep me posted in the Lean Into Your Success group so we can celebrate that and follow your efforts there.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, we have Michelle, who's on here with me too. Hi, Michelle. Can you hear me?
Hey, Becca. Thanks for having me on.
Yay,
Pam,
thank
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, awesome. Okay. Left my computer out.
That's okay. It's a little choppy.
Thanks for doing this. I really...
Yeah.
Okay, let me try.
That's okay. It's a little choppy, but I just want to see where you're at with this and what's coming clear for you possibly at this moment, or what support you need, because you're also a healing arts practitioner. So I was wondering if you struggle with this or not. Let me know if you can.
A little bit. Yeah. So my background for okay. So I've been in sales for 7 years, which helps a lot. High dollar sales. Now, because I'm doing grief recovery work with clients, it's a little challenge for me to go forward and charge. Sometimes it depends on the situation, but I've been doing it for a year now with clients, and I'm increasing my prices a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay. So I hear that you've been in recovery work, so it's harder to charge people maybe in that demographic. Because is there a certain reason? Are they lacking funds? Do you feel that they need more things gifted to them? What is the underlying reason there?
Sometimes, so recently, and I haven't signed this person up yet, but my apprehension, it was a sudden tragic loss of a 3-year-old child. And so it's a fresh grief that they're going through right now. So I gave her some materials, the mother of the child, and to pay me, and I didn't accept that. I said, well, for this as a gift, but just follow up and see what she needs as we go. But
thank you. And thank you for naming this. Thank you for bringing this up, because yes, and as a practitioner who holds that sacred space, I understand that sometimes you will have souls that will be guided to you in the right times for the right reason. And you will be called to take that on or not. That's going to be a boundary that you have to decide as a soulful professional that can you do this for some and not others? You will have this come up in your practice. So first of all, thank you, Michelle, for providing her what she needed in that moment of need. I feel that at this time, you know, in the world, a lot of people don't have that immediate support they need. So drastic measures, you know, can happen. And ultimately, you can help save lives if you do that. Not saying you have to do that or feel responsible if you're not able to show up for somebody. So Michelle, I celebrate that, you know, you did that. And I think as a healing arts practitioner, because I've had to do this too, is you really need to ask, right? Whatever your process is, whoever's guided to you, you have to ask, how can I be of service for this soul at this time? And know that this too is an energy exchange. So Michelle, from your heart and your professional servitude, you were able to provide what was needed, right? Energy exchanged. You held that space. And even if this soul is not able to, or even it's appropriate to ask for that, anything in return, that it will come back to you, that you are in alignment and you are doing the work that you're called to do, so that it will come back, even if you're not clear of what you're saying you would like for that. Does that make sense? And do you feel like maybe you were compensated in some way for doing so?
Yes, thank you. Helps. Yeah, it seems like kind of a different situation than the clients I've been working with. So, yeah, that does help. Just reassurance that it'll be out in the right way, at the right time.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. So yes, it's wonderful as entrepreneurs. Yes, we do have to earn a living, ask for the income, ask to book the session, and your soul will know, and you can ask for that guidance of when these cases do come up and these souls are guided to you, what you choose to do with that is your conscious choice. You know, you do have a choice. And knowing that there's other ways to receive, we know as practitioners, you know, we also do trades as an energy exchange. So sometimes the expectation, right, of income and the currency that we receive can look different. Maybe it can come in the form of some sort of help from someone else. Maybe it can come in the form of, you know, coming from a totally different avenue, a different pathway, a different person, a different opportunity. But if you're giving of self where you're called to give and you're in alignment with showing up for that soul, are you willing to expect less from that situation, knowing that they can't right now or yet, and that it will be received in another way? So that you're still, when you are in alignment, you're opening up so many pathways, so many avenues for this divine compensation. There's actually this, I think Marianne Williamson wrote a book. It's The Law of Divine Compensation on Work, Money, and Miracles. And that when we are fully in alignment with how we serve and how we show up, we're practicing what we preach, and we're not vibrating a hard no. We're removing the obstacles, and we're able to receive in more ways than our mind can comprehend. So, does that help shift anything at all, Michelle?
Yes, it's helpful. Thank you.
Beautiful. So glad you were able to join us today. Yay. Well, I see you. I honor each of you. It has been a beautiful and powerful National Life Coaching Month. These are always fun to do, and always asking for that guidance of what to coach around. And I choose what comes up the most, what I'm hearing out there. What are the real challenges of becoming a holistic entrepreneur, building your own practice, setting your own session, asking for the income, and knowing that you're worthy, knowing that it's time for you to receive for your gifts in a loving and profitable way. It's part of our mission here at Sweeha. And so here's the solutions, right? We align. We don't hustle. We align. We unlock the magic. We unlock the miracles, and we're able to see currency come into our lives in more way than one. And this happens by knowing your worth, by leaning into knowing that you are fully capable, you are ready, and you are worthy. Okay, so like I said to Ryan today, show up, surprise yourself, practice on your coworkers, friends, family, kids, surprise yourself and keep going, have faith. And then we can practice this. Here's what helped me, because I had a huge block on receiving. When someone would give me something or gift me something, even if it's handing me, a fork, right? Something so simple. You can say, I receive this. I receive this. Right? Thank you. I receive this. Whatever it is, I receive this. Maybe it's a compliment. Hey, Becca, you did your hair different today. Looks great. Thank you. I received that. Because the old me would have used to say, oh, yeah, it looks weird. I'm trying something new. Couldn't keep my hair out of my face. Downgrade myself. Instead, I receive the compliment. Thank you. Is it uncomfortable when you start doing it? 100%. Does it help you to receive? Yes, it does. That can help in receiving. And then as coaches, go out and practice asking for the session. Maybe we don't call this sales. It doesn't have to be selling. You're just in alignment and showing up. So ask for the session. Even when you're in the life coaching training, which is, big, you can lean into giving someone a little taste, asking them a powerful question, having them reframe something and go, oh, wow. I didn't even think of that. Thank you. And there's your sale right there. Like, that's your lead in, that's your elevator pitch. Well, this is what I do. I hold space. Whatever it is that the conversation is. Give them a little session, a little mini session, we call it, right? And then ask for the session. And here's what I do. Get their information, follow up. So as coaches, you can leave a comment. Maybe you're struggling with this. Maybe you need a fellow coach. Reach out and say, what support do you need? What can I do for you right now? Oh, hi, Birdie. Yes. Hi, Ryan. Hi, John. I think yes. Awesome. And yes, James, I want to say hi to you. James Arena, thank you for joining today. Yes, great conversation. This was a great conversation. And John, yes, plant the seeds. Let people know that you're available and you're taking one client this week, this month. I'm taking on 2 new clients this month. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, thank you. Have a blessed and beautiful weekend. Like James talked about yesterday, persistence does pay off. So keep showing up, keep leaning into your worth, flex that confidence muscle. And tomorrow, let's see, Carrie will be talking about the waning moon energy. Set yourself up for success, right? All right, everybody. I appreciate you. Have a blessed and beautiful weekend. You're welcome, Sonia. All right. Bye.